Hey everyone, this is Mike McCalco, and I'm here with another down-to-earth quick tip drum lesson for anybody of any level and any age. Today is a practice pad tip, and we're going to be talking about flams, okay? F-L-A-M, in case you haven't heard the word before, flams. What is a flam? A flam sounds like this. So, it's one big sound, okay? It's not two sounds, it's not ba-dump, it's one big sound, okay? So if I go to the drums and I hit the drums on a real drum or an electronic drum, you're going to hear that on the pad, on the hi-hat. Okay, so I want to clear a couple things up first of all. There's two flams. There's the right hand flam and there's the left hand flam. Exact same sound, two different stickings. So left hand flam, believe it or not, is the one that most right-handed players find easy, because the left hand flam means that the left hand is going to hit second. That's going to actually be your initial stroke. The right hand sneaks in that little ghost note or grace note right before the initial stroke. So instead of having just that with my left hand, I'm going to have that extra little note that's snuck in before to make it sound big. So that's called a left hand flam. Always think of it, the hand that hits second, that's the name of the flam. So if I have a right hand flam, that means that my right hand is the initial stroke, the left hand is going to be the ghost note. Okay? Notice I have two different stick heights. Notice that? Okay? So the thing that's going to happen is most drummers, myself included, always have a strong flam or a go-to flam. And my go-to flam, believe it or not, is my left hand flam. But the reason for that is because being a right-handed person and a right-handed player, my right hand feels more natural to come down first. So when I play this, it's kind of like two singles, just really tight, okay? And out of time with, if I was just playing eighths or sixteenths, it has to be just one downward sound, flam. So one mistake that I see a lot of drummers do, beginners, semi-pros, and even some pros, is they don't get this rudiment sounding nice and locked in. I hear this a lot. Or almost too tight, okay? So the trick to this rudiment, and I would say practice your comfortable one first and then go back and practice your uncomfortable one. So notice I've got two different stick heights, okay? So if I raise my sticks up depending on the volume I want of this rudiment, the stick heights are always going to remain at the same distance until we get down to the drum. So at this point, bringing the sticks up, coming down, and then I'll strike the drum. And that's pretty much a guarantee to give me my flam, okay? But even notice that when I finish it, I'm kind of starting the left hand, in this case, back at the same height, that showing you that there's two different stick heights. So if we're working on our right hand flam, same thing, okay? And you just kind of get used to programming yourself where to hit and where to stop. So if I do left hand flam, right hand flam, left hand flam, right hand flam, that's a really good practice, is hand-to-hand flams. So start slow, but notice my stick heights are always changing, okay, from right to left. Now, sometimes you might have two differently pitched sticks, which I have right now. Don't let that throw you off, okay, because if I was to play this on my leg, I don't really hear the pitch as much as I would on a practice pad. On a drum, a full-blown snare drum that's turned on, big rock snare, you're really not going to hear the difference in the stick pitch. So don't let that mess you up, because I found that used to mess me up when I would work on rudiments like a double stroke roll and I'd hear this. See how the pitch is different? But that doesn't bother me anymore because I know the technique is fine, and I sometimes do it on purpose. I'll flip my stick over and I'm listening for, you know, a consistency in the roll, not so much a consistency in the pitch. That's important if that's something you want to do, but you're going to have to start pitch matching your drumsticks when you take them out of the case, out of the pack, whatever, right? So big tip is to try to get the flams always tight, okay? And practice hand-to-hand flams. See, I kind of like the fact that my sticks are pitched differently because I'm really hearing this melody back and forth. Hear that? So it's almost like if I just play one side, and I play the other side, it's slight. Some of you may not hear it right off the bat, but if you listen really close, you'll hear it. But then when I go back and forth like that, you're really going to be able to tell the difference between the flam. So with anything, when you start working on different types of flam rudiments like flam accents and flam taps, which we can talk about in another lesson, you want to make sure your flams are comfortable in both directions. I would highly suggest grabbing the stick control book. If anybody doesn't know what the stick control book is, it's the book that I have somewhere around here. I was just working on it today. There it is. Okay, great classic, one of the Bibles of drumming. Okay, the stick control book. There's a whole section that is based on these things called flam beats, and there's pages and pages and pages of them, starting on page 16. And you're dealing with right-hand flams and left-hand flams, varying some rhythms, but a lot of different stickings too, because most rock drummers, and for myself when I'm playing basic rock, I'm just going to be using a flam on occasion. I'll be playing a groove and then a flam, and my go-to flam is my left-hand flam, which means my right hand hits first, so I don't really think about it too much. If I'm going for that melodic change back and forth, right hand first, left hand first, then I might focus on that a bit more. But with anything, drummers, get your flams comfortable, okay? Because that's the first step to getting all these other things happening, and the same with incorporating flams into your solos or into snare solos, or of course the list of flam rudiments. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. You can email me at mikesdrumlab@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to get back to you. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next Down to Earth drum tip lesson. Have a great day. Bye-bye.